Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Pilgrim's Passport. It's been quite a while, and back in the full groove now. I appreciate the many sentiments about losing my little Coco, but I have to tell you a story that will boggle your mind. I'm certainly glad there were witnesses to this event. In 1999, it was like a year after I had to put down my first dog, Angel. She lived a good long life. It was wonderful. And so I was by the Sea of Galilee one sunrise time. Nobody around. Can you imagine? I think everybody would be there. But anyway. So, as is my tradition with my pets, I cut off a piece of the hair and I'll put it in the lake, and sentimental, just crazy people from the Bronx. So anyway, so I actually asked the Lord, and I seldom ask the Lord for a sign. And I asked him, I said, Lord, people ask me when I used to do the radio show all throughout the year, do my pets go to heaven? And biblically, there would be nothing really to indicate that. There are animals in heaven, things like that. This young boy who was taken to heaven, it was a pretty famous movie a few years ago, and he said he saw dogs and cats and horses and things like that. And but again, that's extra biblical. And the kid really didn't even die. It's a famous movie. I just can't remember the title of it, but wow. Oh, Heaven is Real. I think that's it. You could just check it out. But years before that, in 1999, I was just there. I said, Lord, people ask me questions all the time. What am I supposed to tell them? I know my emotions say one thing and run away with you, but anyway. So I said, Lord, I seldom ask for a sign, as you know, but I'm just asking for a sign. So 4 or 5 days later, on our band tour, we heading up El Al Airlines up to cruising speed height. And so I just put my headphones on, did my sleeping pill, and I was ready just to conk out, 13-hour, 11-hour flight. And all of a sudden, now if I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm telling you, there were witnesses to this. A dog that is the exact replica of Snowflake, the dog that was very young at the time. She was like 4 years old. Angel was like 15. And this dog comes running out from first class and stops at my seat. I'm thinking, flashback, a little tripping going on here. And I look at this dog. And then run straight back to first class. So what I proceeded to do was I got up, and I didn't even put the two and two together yet about asking for this sign thing. And then I went up, and it's a class system. You have Gandhi class, and then you have business class, and then you have first class. And usually we end up in like that. So anyway, I made my way up, and then, the stewardesses there, they're tough. They're Israelis. They're tough. And I said, look, they knew us from the band tour and stuff, so because we've been going for quite a while. I said, listen, you're not going to believe this, but I saw a dog, and so she started apologizing. One of the stewardesses said, oh, yeah, it's a politician's wife. She's like, camped out in first class. Nobody else is there. And the dog got out of the cage and I'm so sorry if it bothered you. I said, listen, I know, you know, I sound crazy here, but you know me well enough, the band stuff. Can I please talk to this lady? So she let me through. So I said, ma'am, so I told her the whole story. I said, listen, you know, I had to put down my dog 15 in 98, and one of the toughest things I had to do. So I'm explaining, and I said, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but I asked God for a sign because I always wonder, will these things ever return to us? It's not that big a deal, but whatever. So she starts crying, and then I start crying. The stewardesses are crying. And so anyway, so she apologized. I said, listen, ma'am, I just asked, and what you don't know is your pup now, she's a cockapoo. She is the exact replica of Snowflake. And that was God's way of saying, now look, you know, love the one you got now. Let that one go. So I got that message. And so that was it. And I went back to the seat. And now I couldn't dishonor it. I couldn't insult the Lord. Now it could be purely subjective on my part. It could be a coincidence, but I don't know what the odds would be of this happening 4 or 5 days after I asked for this thing. And so I felt clear enough in my heart to basically say this. I believe that these things, these animals that we've loved, and they grip your soul. You know, those of you who love dogs, cats, whatever, they grip your soul, and it's not easy to let them go. And so that brought me a lot of relief. Yes, I still cried like a baby, all that stuff once in a while, but wow. Now the next step. My sister Franny called me. I guess it's 6 years ago now. And there were 2 dogs that essentially could not be separated. They're joined at the hip, and they can't be separated. So would we be interested, or could we announce to the church that there's some people that would? So April and I prayed about it. He said, well, you know, we don't go away much anymore. I mean, it's... So we said, you know what? Yeah, let's rescue these dogs, because they would have been euthanized, and they're still strong and young. But this is 6 years ago, and so we said, yeah, okay, no, let's do it. We'll take her. Now, again, I don't know, but if I'm lying, I'm dying. We didn't know what they looked like. We had no clue. We had no clue as to what they were. We knew they were smaller dogs. One's like an English breed, and another one's a pug. And so anyway, when the family brought the dogs over on that particular weekend, I was stunned. I was absolutely knocked off my feet. I was looking at Angel and Snowflake. Now, again, I can't insult the Lord. This may mean nothing to any of you, but I'm sure it means something to a lot of you. But, I mean, I get that. I don't have a scripture verse. But, and so, it was like Angel and Snowflake were resurrected, and we've had them the past 6 years, and they're strong, and they're healthy. And any people we've showed pictures to, they can't believe the resemblance. And so Sophie is kind of like Angel, and Sally is the spitting image of Snowflake. And what's amazing about Sophie is she's a pug-faced, cute thing, just like Angel was, but she appeared like Angel appeared in her later years. Healthy, but still in her later years. And immediately, that really just ministered to me. Just took a lot of the sorrow and stuff out that still remains. And so, here's the object of this lesson. It could be the Lord just placating me because I'm in an embryonic stage of development. I don't know. But wow, how can I insult the Lord? So I have to share these things with you. Now, with Coco, and she lived a good life, 14 years and 5 months. The last day was the worst day. It was last Sunday, the 21st. We woke up, and obviously she had a stroke because she couldn't close her eyes, and the drool, and so it wasn't even Coco anymore. But prior to that, even in her old age, she'd get these bursts of energy and run around and even still play. So it was just that one last day that we knew it was time. And God bless Carol Burrows. She was at the hospital. I guess she volunteers for something. And it was something. So with all of this that happened, all I can say to you people who love dogs, somehow, in some way, that's all I know, these will come back to us in glory. How? I don't know. Let's just say you had 20 dogs in your life. Well, I don't know. Maybe God will put them all together. I don't know. But I can only tell you subjectively and certainly objectively that in my heart I'm convinced, and it really did temper the sorrow with Coco. Because these things, you know how they are. Man, they just possess your souls, so to speak. They're amazing animals. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you today. I appreciate all the good wishes and for those who just recently lost some pets. I get it, man. I'm with you all the way, and I've been able to share that story, especially now with my daughter, who's totally devastated, and remind her, say, "No, look, this is what." These can't be coincidences. The odds are overwhelming. So I reminded her of these things, and it brought her some comfort. Now, she's young. My daughter's young. She'll get another dog someday and all that, and that's wonderful. We've got 2 left. I know in my morbid times, especially last year, and you guys know the year I went through, I asked the Lord, practically every morning, "Hey, see here, stop that, and I'm gone. I'm out of here." Well, he don't want me. He doesn't want me yet, and but he's turned my whole mindset around, where God has invigorated me again, and I'm really excited about the next phase of Maranatha. We are preparing a lot of things that. And the main thing I'm told to do is just keep preaching the word, keep preaching the truth, do your thing, and in time it'll take care of itself. So here's the scripture I read today, just to let you know. Psalm 71, the Amplified Bible. "Cast me not off, nor send me away in the time of old age. Forsake me not when my strength is spent and my powers fail." Well, my strength isn't spent yet. All right, so it's all systems go right now. But the pain I can deal with. I'm not on any narcotics. It's wonderful. God has really did a great turnaround for me. And then it says in verse 18, "Yes, even when I'm old and gray-headed," that fits me, "O God, forsake me not." Now, here's the verse. Now, mind you, I asked God to just get me out of here. Going through all this surgery stuff and this just all that. I just said, "Lord, I'm tired. I'm tired of living." And so it says here, "Forsake me not, but keep me alive." Well, see, that's the first time I read that in the Amplified Bible. until I have declared your mighty strength to this generation and your might and power to all that are to come. So that's my job now, and I'm looking forward to do it. But once again, I hope the story encouraged you. It's the truth. You may think I'm out of my mind, but so what? It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, God spoke in numbers of ways that just boggle my mind. All right, guys, now I'll see you soon. We're going to be coming back again with the whole Pilgrim's Passport deal, so we'll see you real soon. God bless you all, and thanks again for your love. Bye. Yes! Right? Good. Okay, where did I shut this thing off here?